everyone, it's Luphisra here. I'm back to play more. Gabriel Knights, Sins of the Fathers, 20th Anniversary Edition. I'm sorry, I still suffering a bit of cough. So it suddenly cut off, that's why. Okay. Well, let's start the conversation with Mosley first.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Okay, third game, Broken Sword suffered from cumbersome controls. Yeah, I've heard of that. Is it worth it though? Because I know some people enjoyed the third game, but for me, because when I bought the games, they were like, skip the third and fourth game, just play number 1 and 2, and then number 5. They are the point and clicks. Play that. I was like, okay, you know? So, should I play the third and fourth one? Because I heard it's like bad, but I don't know if I should play or not.
What can you tell me about Voodoo?
There's voodoo that goes on in this city, sure. I looked into it a bit at the beginning of this case. But the voodoo stuff found at the crime scenes is all faked. It doesn't have anything to do with the real stuff. I know. I asked some experts. It's intimidation tactics, that's all.
Intimidation tactics?
What can you tell me about Nolans?
You and me grew up here together. You tell me. It's a pretty nice place, even seeing the stuff I see, you know. The Carter's getting a bit too wild, though. Getting hard to control. Not quite what it was when you and me used to have.
Sadly, you have to agree. It's from agreement you have to
never known
sign by
anything
willingly playing the third and fourth game. 1, 2, 5, and hopefully 6 other ways to go. Yeah, I feel like I don't mind retro graphics. Like some of the games I really enjoy playing are retro games, like that were released like, in the early 2000s, like back in the day, which since it's 2025 now, it's like retro, right? It's more than 10 years ago. And I don't mind it. Like Art of Murder series, like the point and clicks, like the 3 point and clicks. I'm ignoring the final 2 that's like hidden object. I don't know why they did that. Okay, they suddenly swapped a hidden object like in the middle of the series. It's a thing the company does. But yeah, first 3 Art of Murder games, retro, point and clicks. Like the graphics are not great, but I enjoyed it, you know? It's a thing of its time. I enjoyed it. Then there's like Chronicles of Mystery, and I enjoyed that too. Again, there are 4 games, only like I think 4 or 3 games in that one also. The first 2 are the only ones important. Like I played both of those, also enjoyed it. They're old, like considering it's 2025 and the year they came out in. I enjoy it. Like Mobius came out even before this one, so it's like many years ago. At least 11, 12, 13 years, I think it came out a while ago. But I enjoy it. I really enjoy playing it. You know, it was fun. Cognition's still my favorite game of all time. Also came out in the 2010s. Very old now, but still really fun. So I don't know, like, you know, but it's the Broken Sword 3 and 4 though. It's like because it's like the first 2 games were point and clicks, like 2D animated, like suddenly switching to 3D didn't go over so well. If the games, I feel like, started out with 3D and they just did that for the whole thing, like it would have been fine. People might have enjoyed it anyways. But because it's just a sudden switch, it's like, it's not Broken Sword anymore. I don't really want to play, you know, a game that isn't really Broken Sword. Like it's in the Broken Sword series, but it's not really Broken Sword. You know what I mean?
What can you tell me about Nolans?
I'm too sentimental to say anything else about it.
Do you know anything about snakes?
The only thing I know about snakes is that I don't like them.
Okay.
What do you know about the Voodoo murders?
Lots? Can you be more specific?
Do you know anything about the killers?
At least 20 people attend the killings. We know this from the variety of footprints found at the scenes.
It's like a cult thing.
Footprints. Aren't those as good as fingerprints?
Can be, but we'd have to have a suspect in custody first. And the suspect would have to match one of the
It's
few
retro, right? I
we
mean,
have. Most
why are you fired up?
smudged,
I
trodden,
like retro.
readable. These guys are so casual in their expertise, it's maddening. Like they know we'll never find them.
How many murders have there been so far?
7 murders have so far been linked to the Voodoo murders case. The first murder occurred about 8 weeks ago. The MO is the same in each murder. Lake Pontchartrain was the 7th.
There's 7. Oh my god.
What kind of
There's
evidence?
a lot of murders.
No fingerprints, a few bare footprints. Found a few fibers, but not many. The weirdest one was leopard fur.
Leopard fur.
Yeah, we know Gabriel has this thing with leopards.
Describe the crime.
Getting nightmares and all.
Well, there's the corpse itself, minus the heart. Around
Why are they
where
taking the
body was
heart?
killed, we find marks in flour and blood. There are traces of wax from candles, red and black. Ordinary wax candles, so the lab reports. Also blood and feathers of chickens and goat's blood. And plenty of the victim's own, of course.
What's the coroner say?
Very violent
Victim's
murders.
heart is always ripped
That's
out.
the
and
really
chest
thing.
missing. We haven't
Like a thing about like the Jan Jansen murders.
Lovely. Any idea
No, no,
what they
the games. I mean,
Don't
you say
even
the
worry.
murders in her games,
Also,
you
the
know, is
coroner
kind of
says
violent.
Some of the victims had heart attacks before the incision.
Makes for a good murder mystery game, but
The knife
yeah,
wounds
violent.
are consistent with a long, narrow, wavy-edged knife. Probably a ritualistic dagger.
Any witnesses?
Nope. There's never been a single witness. No one's even heard a disturbance. It's
They're definitely covering for each other.
like they just don't want people to see, and so nobody sees nothing.
Know anything about the victims?
The victims are all out-of-towners. We still don't know why.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
Sure, no
Now
problem.
I have a question though.
Anything else?
Like Gabriel has like this dream, right, of like seeing him being hanged and all. So I assumed he's murdered. But he's not an out of towner, is he? He's from around here, or is he actually an out of towner? I don't know. I'm
What else
confused.
Can you tell me about Voodoo?
I told you, don't worry about that part of it. It's all fate.
Tell me about yourself.
For the book?
Sure, why not?
Okay. What do you want to know?
How do you like working on the police force?
Are you kidding? You know I love being a cop. And Narlands, it's the best place in the world to be one.
What are your plans?
Why is it the best place to be one?
Well, you know, I don't like to count.
Is there a low crime rate or what?
Hatched, but
Apparently there's a serial killer
see
group
why
going
I
on,
can't be
so
chief of police of
I don't
Narlands
think it's
someday.
like low on
I
crime.
already know the mayor.
Not in this game, at least.
Record is one of the best in the department.
I'm sure it's just a matter of moments, mostly.
Yeah. You'll see.
Got any hobbies?
Yeah, making your life miserable.
I'm serious. Don't you shoot or chew or something like that?
No, I'm a freaking ballet dancer. Shit. Yeah, I was #1 at the Louisiana State Fair Marksman Contest. I play trumpet, too. You know, put your lips together and blow.
How's your home life?
Oh, real funny, Knight. Why don't you just bring in some freaking salt? You know Annie left me. My home life is shit.
Right. Sorry about that.
Sorry, I didn't know about it. My bad. I made him ask.
Just tell me anything at all.
Remember how we used to play monkey in the middle? Man, we used to piss off our senior year teacher. What was her name? Oh, Miss McKelly. You'd act like you were gonna toss her an eraser or something, and then you'd throw it to me over her head. And we used to do it at your grand's too, like with the remote when she wanted to watch her soaps.
Yep, and it was a great way to pick up women in the library. Ah, those were the days. Oh, nothing. Never mind.
Sure, no problem. Okay, anything else?
Do you know anything about the patterns around the bodies?
Yeah, weird, huh? All 7 victims had those marks around them. We've got all the marks on file, but we haven't figured out what, if anything.
Can I see the files?
Can I see the other 6 patterns?
Sure. People like that kind of stuff, don't they? Might make the book seem more mysterious.
Yep.
Go talk to Officer Franks. Tell her I said you could see the file.
Okay, thank you.
What's the status on the Voodoo murders case?
It's going. I can't seem to make any progress, though. Sluggish damn case. It's weird.
I got those photographs you left for me.
Really? Great. What'd you think?
Astonishingly lifelike.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You got any more ideas for photos for the book?
A cop author photo might be nice.
You and me? Together?
Why not? Of course, you'll have to try to tone down your masculinity.
Well, okay. I'll call the police photographer. Franks, come in here a minute, would you? And bring your camera.
No, Frank's is the girl in the front. Okay.
What did you need, Detective Mosley?
We need a picture, please. And make it a good one, eh, sweetheart?
Sure, sweetheart.
Yeah, I really don't like Mosley.
Was there anything else, Knight?
Nope, that's about it.
Great. Thanks, Franks. Hey, I made a rhyme.
You're astonishing, mostly.
Don't call me that in front of the lady, wise guy.
I don't know why, but I always feel like the new point and clicks just don't stack up to the old titles. Pick something like Disco Elysium to give me that vibe I get for the old stories.
Okay. Anything
Of
else?
course, this could just be nostalgia goggles talking. Probably nostalgia. I feel like it plays a big part. You know, it can make a person very biased towards games and what kind of games they're looking for. Like, I've witnessed that with the Nancy Drew games. You know, I think it's because I play a lot of games, so I'm kind of more open. But I will say I definitely do look for that point and click, you know, murder mystery thing that I really enjoy. I go for that because that's what I grew up with and that's why I love playing. So, you know, so especially when a game says inspired by Broken Sword or, you know, or some older point and click game, and I'm more inclined to play it because of that, because I know it will be good. But I don't like Disco Elysium though. It's just not the type of game for me. I can see why people enjoy it, just not me. For example, if you guys want some thing to do with like Voodoo, but not as serious, go for the Voodoo Detective. If you guys haven't played that, yeah, it's good. It's also inspired by the older like point and click games, and it's really fun. You can't find the VODs for that anymore on my channel because I showed my face back then. I started off streaming with a face cam, so you guys could see my face. Of course, I'm no longer comfortable with that anymore, so I'm not gonna show it. So I took down all those VODs that showed my face. The Voodoo Detective was one of them, but I really enjoyed playing it. So I will probably go back to playing it someday in the future.
That's funny. The window is a mirror on the other side. A microwave? If Gabriel knows Mosley, it's used exclusively for frozen corn dogs.
Like a rare Pokemon. Yeah. Other games that I have found is like Crowns and Pawns, Kingdom of Deceit. that's a good one too. Newer one. It's actually one of the first game that I played on my channel when I started streaming. I will play that next year. Originally, I wanted to play it like this year, but I fell sick. I couldn't play it like in time for like my Twitch affiliate anniversary. I didn't manage to finish the Youngster River in time. I fell sick, you know, at Alex Hill. I just kept delaying it, so I'll play it next year. But yeah, the old computer. Back in the day, floppy disk, you know, CDs. And you remember that? We don't really buy CDs for games anymore. At least I don't. I go digital now, which is good and bad, I guess. Okay. It's locked.
Mosley's desk has more growing on it than his head.
I want to look at this locked cabinet thing. Guess not.
Mosley's desk has more growing on it than his head.
Mix that mixed bag, but it is what it is. Yeah, you just have to really look. I really look for my games, but I will say I still I have to avoid GOG and like Steam when they have a sale, because sometimes I go all out. Like if they have games I see on there that I want to play and there's a sale, I buy it. I bought a lot of games that way. Sometimes I have to avoid it. Like, nope, I don't want to spend any more money. I got too many games I want to get through. I cannot. Yeah, I do that. Okay, I finished talking mostly for now. Let me go and get the case files from Frank's.
I'll let you get back to it.
Later, Knight.
I'll blame my wallet a bit till June before 12% VAT comes. Knock down Steam store, especially if there's something on sale. What's 12% like that? You mean tax? Like, value added tax. Oh, is the tax rising for you guys?
Excuse me, officer.
Yes?
Can you get a file for me?
What file would that be?
The Voodoo murders file. Detective Mosley said I could see it.
Really? Well, if you said so.
Currently what tax, and we'll soon
There it
have a
is.
12%
You can look at it.
value added tax in a
But
couple
don't
of
leave
months.
this area with it, okay? And no photocopies either, I'm afraid.
Of course. I understand completely.
Okay, let's take a look.
Gabriel opens and reads the police file.
Okay. Is it possible for me to copy the symbols?
Gabriel looks.
Damn, no, I cannot. I cannot do that.
Gabriel opens and reads the police file.
To be fair, it's not so bad for indie titles, which is why I'm so many nowadays. Still stings a bit though. Yeah, so that's why I go for sales when the game's like really cheap. Because there are some games that I've found like they're on sale and they're under $5. So I get it anyways, you know, because it's like, if I hate the game, I won't feel bad about it because I got this game for under $5. No, it's cheap. But most of the times, the games that I bought then, it turned out pretty good. Like, I got the Broken Sword game on sale. And the whole bundle. So it was really cheap. I got the Art of Murder games on sale. Also very cheap. I got a lot of the games on sale. Just saying. Oh, I can't make copies of this, or I can't draw. I can't take anything. Damn. Okay. I need Moosey's badge. That's for later. Whatever. Okay. That's it.
I'm done.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, let's go out first. We'll do something else and then come back to the badge thing. Let's go visit the drugstore.
Hello. Huh?
The doc clearly doesn't like the store.
Bonjour, Monsieur Walker.
Bienvenue, Madame Casanova. Comment ça va? How you be feeling today?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Walker. I'm certain someone's buried a sleep knot bag somewhere near my steps. I haven't slept a wink, not in weeks.
Now, don't that beat all? I'll need some easy night candles then, huh?
Do you think that would help? I do hope you're right. I said 3 rosaries this morning for Our Lady's intervention.
Rosary good, sure enough, but you burn them candles too, boy, you gonna whip any no-sleep gree-gree, I tell you for sure.
Very well, Mr. Walker. Put them on my account and send them around to my house. Oh, and there's another thing. I didn't catch her at it, but I know. Mrs. Luphisra put stomachache powder in my tea at the last meeting of the Creole Grand Dame. I've been in misery.
Now, you put 9 pinheads up in a little box. Add a pinch of graveyard dust. Put it up under her front post step. That'll turn the trick back on Miss Luphisra, and she be the one with the bellyache. I got the pins of dust right here if you want them.
If the Blessed Virgin will grant me her protection, I'll be safe from these practitioners of evil.
Oui, madame. Though, don't hurt to be proactive neither now, does it?
Naturellement, monsieur. Merci beaucoup.
She should go see a doctor. That's what she should be doing.
Au revoir.
Au revoir, Monsieur Walker.
Like, it's good to believe and all, but if you're sick, other than praying and stuff, please go to see a doctor. Take medication and stuff.
Hi there. Is this your stall?
This the Dixieland drugstore. And I own it. Me. Name's Walker. Willie Walker.
Another Walker. Do you know David Walker? Probably not.
Can you tell me what you know about voodoo?
This is a novelty shop, monsieur.
90s conventions, 90s humor,
This
suspension
is
of
a voodoo
belief,
shop.
disbelief.
Look at all this stuff.
These is novelties. Curiosity.
Yeah, makes for a good combination.
Magic. It's not my concern, you know.
Are you telling me that you own a voodoo shop, but you know nothing about voodoo practices?
Ça n'est pas ça faire blanc.
What does that mean?
It means you should mind your own business, monsieur.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Caprice encore.
What did you say?
Nothing. Them killings have nothing to do with my shop, monsieur.
Issue of playing older titles, stepping into an older design mindset. Any modern conventions and quality of life need to be left out the door. Older titles were usually at the frontier. Yeah. See, okay, personally, I think that if it's 3D game, it's easier to be accepted compared to if it's 2D. Now, why I say that is because, like, 3D, at least from my experience, like, yeah, it's dated, but there's some kind of like charm to it. And some games, because okay, at least if the game is on Steam, even though it's old, they generally have to like do some enhancement to it, you know, in order for it to be able to run on modern computers. So they look dated. Okay, they still has that like the old game, like retro game vibe, but it can run on a modern computer and it can stand up, you know? But if it's like a 2D game, especially a pixelated game, it's kind of tougher. especially if it's old, like because it's pixels, and at least for me, I have a problem with playing old pixelated games because it might be too pixelated, even though it's like 2D, right? But it can be too pixelated that it still triggers my motion sickness. I don't know how, and I don't know why that happens. It just happens. Of course, there's some newer like or rather, I would say newer 3D games that does that too. Like Secrets Can Kill Remastered by Nancy Drew. I can only play that windowed, which is freaking tiny, but I can play it full screen because that one, even though it's not the oldest Nancy Drew game, it still looks too pixelated on my 2K monitor that it triggers my motion sickness. Even though it's like just click a click, you know, like kind of like slideshow point and click, but still kind of triggers, but don't know why. My body just hates me.
What do you think of Nolans?
I live here all my life, me.
What do you think of Nolans?
If you're not from around here, monsieur, you should sign up for some tours.
Remember some of the first 3D games, Alone in the Dark. That was an invasion is wrong. Alone in the Dark? I never heard of that one before, actually. There's some titles might be seminal and worth at least looking at. But for some, it's hard to push through the entire game. Yeah, for some, it's kind of tough. Like, some people can do it, but then for me, it's like, I cannot. And I will say, if it's Gabriel Knight, as much as the first game is a classic and beloved by so many people, it's still really good, I will not be able to go through it. Y'all already know how I feel about Gabriel Knight. I cannot push through the original first game and just endure the whole thing with the pixels. Like, I can still do it for this game because it's like 3D, you know, it looks pretty good at least. I mean, for my monitor, but not the original.
What kind?
I can play pixel games,
The kind they use in Voodoo?
but the modern ones, not the really old ones.
Really? Do you have one?
That's why a lot of the old games I play
What would
are,
with a python?
even if it's 2D animated, it's not pixelated. Like, even for Broken Sword, I played the original Broken Sword before, but when I replayed the Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars Reforged, that game came with the original graphics. Like, you can switch between the two if you want to, and man, I cannot stand the original graphics. As great of a game it is, and I played the original and the director's cut and the Reforged. I played all of them, and it's good. I would recommend people to play the original, but on a 2K monitor now, because my previous monitor wasn't 2K. Okay, it was my old monitor that I have right here. It's a 1080p monitor. No, and my previous laptop, of course, which is much smaller. I could play on those, like still like kind of get through it, but on a 2K monitor, which I feel like a lot of people have a 2K monitor these days if you're a gamer, I cannot stand that graphics. So I would rather replay the Reforged if I ever have to, because it's the same game but with enhanced graphics.
What did you mean when you said...
Even Broken Sword 2 Remastered looks a bit like old now.
You did. I heard you say it.
So I'm praying that after Broken Sword 6 comes out, they'll come out with Reforged for that one too. This means you get to watch a YouTube video and just listen to some of the original voice acting. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. Look up some like original like Gabriel Knight gameplay and then just have it playing in the background. You know, that much liquidity, I don't need to bleed my eyes on 2K monitors. Yeah. Like, I love my 2K monitor, you know? Even 1080p now looks a bit like not as high quality on my 2K monitor. Like, I gotta be honest. And anything lower than that, I cannot go back to. You know, it's just, I cannot. Like, I spent all this money on my damn computer setup so I could play on my 2K monitor. I'm not gonna put myself through that torture.
customer of
Like,
your-
I already have really bad eyesight. Okay, I got like 600 something degrees in both eyes. Okay, it's bad.
I don't talk about my customers to men who come in off the street.
Tell me about yourself.
My name's Willie Walker. I own the place.
How did you get into this kind of business?
Now, why should I discuss my business with you, man?
So, this is a voodoo store, huh?
Voodoo? No, man. This a curio shop. Things you see here from local folklore. None of it real, I tell you for sure.
What about all these magic oils and powders you're selling? Aren't they a part of voodoo?
Read the label, man. We make no claims. Sold as curio only. It means
That old lady sure believed in it.
novelties, not voodoo.
Oh, well, then you're cheating the old lady of her money. Jeez. Take a look at the sign here.
Sign says, Special St. John's Eve Lagnia. Free bottle of Lover Come Back to Me oil or Master Gambling oil with every purchase over $50.
Lagnia. My French is lousy, but everyone in New Orleans knows what that means. A little something extra.
Okay.
The Dixieland drugstore has a rather terrifying way of dealing with shoplifters.
You're not going to read it out for me? Sure.
The shelf holds containers of dried items, flowers, grasses, and black cat bones.
Damn.
I'd have to smell those if I opened them.
Fine.
I don't want any of this stuff.
Okay. Don't want any of this stuff.
Root bags, curio boxes, and magic candles. Sold as curios only. We cannot guarantee results.
Okay. Well, they didn't specify that, but the old people still believe in it. That old lady believed in it. That's bad.
What's in the case, Gabriel would need money.
And he doesn't have money. Of course he doesn't.
Garlic, cloves, and other dried goods and spices are collected in the bowls.
I know where to come if I ever have a vampire problem.
Okay.
It's a mannequin wearing a crocodile mask.
What's that? You know what? I don't need to know. Okay, back to the... No, not back to. Go to the museum. Time to go to the
Welcome,
museum.
my friend. Hello, I am the proprietor, Dr. John. If you have any questions, I would be happy to assist.
Great. My name is Knight, and I'll probably take you up on that.
Okay, let me take a look around first before I talk to the guy.
The Voodoo Shrine is filled with items that both fascinate Gabriel and also make his skin crawl.
Oh, man.
This coffin is so small. Will that look sacrilegious?
It's horrible looking.
It wouldn't be much of a voodoo museum without a voodoo doll. Magenta Moonbeam. Voodoo Inn.
Okay.
The back wall displays various voodoo items.
George from Broken Swords is actually well off. Duke Troubles. I read the jobs I had. Yeah! He's so freaking rich now you think about it. Like, all these games, you know, like Nancy Drew and, like, Gabriel Knight over here, they have no money. Like, Nancy has to work for her money. Right? But George is like, meh. I gotta go to, you know, in the middle, like the Middle East somewhere. Okay, let's go. I gotta go, you know, to the European country or wherever. Let's go. You can fly all everywhere. He's an accountant or some form of lawyer with Paris for vacation on his own. Yeah, he's so freaking rich. And not only that, he didn't just go to Paris for a vacation on his own. He stayed in Paris on his own. Right? It's like he stayed there, not just like for 1 week vacation or something. He stayed there for a while. He was dating, you know, Nico. He only flew back to the United States because, you know, his father had, you know, did the father pass away or he got some problems? So he got to go back to take care of the father, right? But he was in Paris. And then after that, he just flew back to Paris again. Like, damn, you rich? He's like, no, Mobius Malachi level rich. You know, like Malachi, like I said, I appreciated that he didn't need to work for the money because he could go off everywhere. Like Malachi was flying everywhere too. Like, I need to go to this place immediately. Okay, I'm flying there over. You know, just like that, drop of a hat. Flew over to the other country. You know, went to Egypt, and then he went to what was that? Was it Mexico? No, it was not Mexico, was it? It was some other country. I don't remember. He went to a few places, but damn, he like rich. Malachi and George, they're both like rich, like really rich. Very well off. And of course, the Hendersons. God, I love the Hendersons. Hendersons are great. They're also flying off everywhere. Every time George goes somewhere, the Hendersons are there too, like together. You know, it's like a thing now. They better appear in Broken Sword 6, okay? I want my Henderson cute couple, all right? Like George buddies, I need them, okay? I like them more than I like Nico, I gotta be honest. Like Pearl Henderson, man. Dwayne Henderson? Was it Dwayne Henderson? Or was it some other name? I only know Hendersons. Hendersons, man, I love them. Then you have Gabriel Knight, his very empty wallet. The story makes it absolutely clear that Gabriel on hard times. Yeah, he has a bookstore, he has an employee, but one, he can't pay the employee and he doesn't have money. So freaking poor.
Wall displays
So freaking poor.
Items.
He's going he has a motorcycle, but he has no money.
Laden with decorations.
Now, why does that remind me of Grace?
He only looks like he is well off, but like the narrator says, the very sassy, beloved narrator, it's like he starves himself just so he can get that leather coat. So he probably is just like not eating just so he could afford the coat and the motorcycle. It's like, nope, I can die of starvation, but I need to look good. I need to look rich. I remember Dwayne, it is. I think Dwayne is actually ex-CIA at least, and he only plays a part of Crazy. Yeah, like even the wife believes that he's actually like off in the head, but he actually is working the military. Like, you know, because he worked for the military and then he got into an accident, so he cannot continue being on the front lines, because he was at war, I think. But obviously he got injured, like whether it's because of he was in a war or because on a mission, so he couldn't do that anymore. So he went he like just took some time off, and then in I think Broken Sword 2, he goes back to working for the military. So like in Broken Sword 1, it could be that he's still like off in the head, or he haven't really like, you know that he's not really working for the people anymore. But in the second game, it stated that they are working as a secret agent of some kind. So he's always there when something happens because he has to be there. That, or it's Pearl. Pearl could be the one on a secret undercover like agent, right? Because she's always dragging Dwayne off on vacation somewhere.
Voodoo wishing stuff.
It just so happens that something huge is happening when it's vacation time.
Funny, I say the same thing to women.
Okay, now let's talk to Jorah. Oh, so there's a snake there. I just noticed. I should click on a snake
Can I
first.
ask you a few questions?
That is why I am here.
Let's talk to him.
Can you tell me about voodoo?
Historical voodoo.
George, I need some C4 doing it. I'm so happy, and I got some in my trunk. Just sitting there, a whole truckload of C4. How many do you need? You need to burst open the prison? Okay, I'll do it.
Killings in the news.
Need to run away?
I know
I'll hold back the sergeant for you.
True voodoo and
That's
why.
Dwayne and Pearl. They're just like casually there, and because they play the part of like the tourists and crazy people so well, like people don't suspect them of anything.
What do you think of
It's
Noel?
amazing.
It is
The
the
Hendersons are
only
the best.
city in
They're
United
the
States,
highlight of the
as
game.
far as I am concerned.
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
It is one of the important ceremonial nights in Voodoo.
Do you know what Caprice encore means?
I fear my French is not all it should be, Mr. Knight.
Do you know anything about snakes?
Ah, you have perhaps noticed the museum snake, Mr. Knight? They are beautiful creatures. Do you not agree? And the tourists seem to associate them with voodoo.
Tell me about historical voodoo.
Very well. I will start at the beginning, Mr. Knight, and will go on from there at your prompting.
Sounds good.
As you may know, voodoo is a grassroots religion, formed by the mixing...
I just remember there's another person other than the Hendersons that appeared in Broken Sword 5. It was the aristocrat lady.
In other words,
I forgot her name,
religion born
but she appeared a little bit in Broken Sword 5.
African slaves were imported not only by the United
We didn't really see her though, but not for a lot, but
with the French
he was there
Spanish-ran plantation
on a modeling gig or something.
prior to 1803.
I think that was her.
The area was owned by
I need to rewatch my own videos just to be sure.
in those days owned many African slaves. But the Creole did not permit their slaves to gather, giving no chance for voodoo to breed here.
The one from Spain, yes.
The Creole
George the one that snuck,
in practice West Indies slaves
like helped out like George, so to speak.
from that region.
Make sure he could sneak into the hotel, into Klaus's room. Pretty much covered for him, I think. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna help you out.
So how did voodoo come to New Orleans?
He's great too.
Louisiana Purchase, American legislation.
Really sugar mommy.
regulation.
Georgia sugar mommy.
Slaves were permitted to
Brilliant woman. And also George saw her naked
ban on West Indies
because she was doing
around the same time.
a naked photo shoot.
Revolt occurred in Santo Domingo, what is now
Oh no, not the Spain one. The Spain one is the old lady.
Haitian Revolt. West Indies slaves
Yeah, Madame Piermont, I think.
New Orleans.
The old lady's the grandma. That's no. That's the grandma.
Escaped slaves. Some
The one that
who were fleeing
she really the grandma is the one that is really thankful to George because she found like the ancestor stuff, like where he is, where the kids, what happened to the kids, So yeah, she's good too. She hasn't reappeared in the game though, so I wish we could see her again someday because I really like this Spanish old lady. And then the other person who she hasn't reappeared before, but yeah, I don't remember their names specifically. Yeah, it's just really hard to remember the names. But yeah, George attracts older women. Like I think Miko's the only young woman that's attracted to George. All the other older women just automatically like George
they brought
for some reason.
the native slaves
But,
more than
I mean, what's not to like,
about
right?
embracing it. It gave them
Like I said, George like Ned. He's a
only
good, down-to-earth guy, Like he's the person that you should have as a boyfriend in real life.
and the shore
Like
being
a
punted.
guy like George or Ned.
Early voodoos
know.
were heavy snake
mean-
worshippers. Worship
Okay, and there's and Joe.
the great zombie.
I think it's kind of like a mix between Joe and Ned. I think, like George. Those are the guys that you should meet or you want to meet in real life. Like other guys might be interesting, but if you want to settle down for, find a nice guy like George or Ned or Joe.
Tell me more about historical voodoo.
These are the type of guys you want.
1817, the voodoo activities were beginning to cause fear among the white slave owners.
But go for Joe, like George though, I think.
Gatherings except in designated public
Just out of the three, George is the most rich. George is the most rich.
afternoons at the place
Like
Congo.
Ned and Joe, they're still like kind of kids,
Gathered to dance simulations of their
like teenagers.
right.
I mean, probably graduated college. Still in college, I think. Still in college.
Continued
But Deirdre graduated already in Mystery of the Seven Keys, so I think Ned might have graduated too. But yeah. To be fair, he is boyfriend material. If you remove his globe-trotting misadventures, he's got stable job, technically down to earth, got good wit, got a head for law and numbers, making building retirement easier. Yeah, I think I remember he's like a lawyer of some kind. He's into law or something. I think that's what his job is. No, and probably born rich. We don't really talk about George's family, but I think he has like money from family too.
Tell me more.
You know, so he even if he doesn't work,
There were a variety.
he has enough money. That's why he can travel everywhere,
priestesses.
right? He can fly everywhere like at a drop of a hat because he's just like rich.
This was a voodoo queen named Marie Laveau.
So as much as I love Ned and Joe, if you really want to go for someone, go for George. Because he's rich. And you want to travel a lot? No, he can let you travel. Anytime you want. We want to go somewhere? Okay, let's go. He'll fly you off everywhere. You know, he'll take care of you. The only thing is you might be in a little bit of danger because somehow George gets involved in all like the crazy stuff.
Tell me about.
He probably don't mean to, but he gets involved in all the crazy stuff.
In terms of magic spells or gree-gree. That kind of practice is actually called hoodoo and is only a part of true voodoo.
Much of George's boyfriend material need to handle firearms in V shape. Yeah, it's true.
In fact, it is growing quite rapidly.
George gets in trouble, so he usually needs a partner bail him out. That is true.
All across
That is true.
states.
I'm probably not the person. I'll stick with Joe, I think.
It's a tradition all their own.
I'd go for Joe.
And there are many
I won't go for Ned because he's with Nancy, so Joe it is.
because they think it is
Because I'm not in good shape.
I personally am more
I'm getting fat, okay?
voodoo. Some
I'm
of
getting
the
fat.
movements are copying Haitian or even African voodoo. But it is the voodoo of New Orleans that
No, I have to admit that I'm like getting fat, so I cannot. I'm not the person, like the right person to be with George. And also, I don't know how to handle firearms. They're not allowed over here in Singapore. So,
Tell me about Marie.
anyone from the United States, maybe you guys could be with George.
mother and daughter. Most people thought they were the same woman.
No, you know how to shoot a gun? Go for it.
To the mystique. The original. The
Let's be careful. He tends to get in trouble with people.
It was
And gods.
and the empire.
How many times has he fought a god at this point?
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
The Laveau tomb, where one or both of the Maries are believed to be buried, is in St. Louis Cemetery No. 1. It is a popular shrine for practitioners and tourists alike. I myself take tours through the cemetery on a regular basis.
Really? Do you have any running this week?
No. But
One time in South America, yeah.
the general public as
I
well.
mean, I remember Broken Sword 2 and Broken Sword 5. There was this thing with gods and avatars and shit. So yeah. Although you can technically say that in Broken Sword 1 2 there's like the power thing. I never played Broken Sword 3 and 4, so I can't tell you what it's about. But yeah, he gets in trouble with the supernatural quite a bit.
What exactly?
Just saying.
Hoodoo refers to magic folk traditions of the South. Hoodoo is a bastard of voodoo. Many of the gree-gree are similar, but hoodoo does not have the religious aspects of voodoo.
So how do you differentiate between the two?
Tell me about yourself.
Me?
Yes, if you don't mind.
What is it you wish to learn?
But really, they're talking about Broken Sword. I really wish Broken Sword 6 come out already.
It's fascinating.
Like, announce a date, man. I keep checking in on my Steam wish list to see if they have an announcement date for like Broken Sword 6 yet.
What kind of background in voodoo do you have?
Nice thing about older
Let
point
us
like
just say
Summer has already
my
uploaded a video somewhere on YouTube, so you can enjoy the story without needing to wrangle
Do anything
controls.
besides run the...
Yeah, I think I'll have to check out the Broken Sword
The
3
museum
and
does
4.
not make me a rich
Because I really don't want to play that.
material
Like, I have it because it came in a bundle.
I prefer to
I bought the
focus
bundle, but I really don't want to play it. I'm not interested in the 3 and 4. And I got so many other games I really need to get to playing.
What are your own religious beliefs?
my beliefs are
Yeah, this 3 and 4,
to discuss with
I don't know.
tonight.
I might have to watch someone else play it.
Just tell me anything.
I am originally from the West.
But I won't play it myself. I don't think so.
Really? What brought you to New Orleans?
I was drawn here for personal reasons.
Probably squint at Broken Sword 3, but that's still forward. As for 4, it may be a hot mess. Yeah, I've seen some people say that like Broken Sword 3 and 4 is like fine. But out of the two though, I've only ever seen someone say they actually really like Broken Sword 3. Okay, like they really did like it, enjoy it. You just obviously need to take it with an open mind because it's different. But Broken Sword 4, I've never actually seen a single person say they like Broken Sword 4. Like as a really like they could enjoy playing it. Like they might say it's not as bad as the reviews say online, but I've never seen a person say they actually really like it. But that's just me, you know.
Can't think of a thing.
Then
And also because like I'm worried about the controls a little bit, because some people compared it to like some of the other games during that came out during that time, and I've seen some of the other games that have like 3D animation and in third person from back then. For example, the Sherlock Holmes games. There's this thing about Sherlock Holmes where I like and enjoy playing Sherlock Holmes, but only when I can play it. See, the thing about Sherlock Holmes that is a lot of them, even if it's in third person, the controls are finicky. It's like the way the camera moves, and some of them are only in the first person. Like you have to like switch, but you can switch between the two, but it's still a bit off. Like for example, I want to play the Testaments of Sherlock Holmes, and the ones that came after that, you know, like because it's been said that it's really good. Like I think it was Devil's Daughter. Was that was that it?
A very large, very formidable looking snake is secured in a plexiglass cage.
Can I compare it with this? But it's like I don't know, like because I want to play it, but sometimes I cannot because it just still triggers my motion sickness. Like I'm kind of worried. That's why I've been putting off my Sherlock Holmes games, because like I played it like off stream. I never streamed a Sherlock Holmes game. The only game I think that I really like could play and not worry about like the motion sickness and whatever is the Silver Earrings. The Silver Earrings.
That doesn't work that way.
I
Perhaps Gabriel should learn more about the scale before showing it to anyone.
Okay.
Goodbye, Dr. John.
Walk carefully out there, Mr. Knight.
Okay, let's go back and learn about snake skills first.
Hey, Grace, here I am.
Trying to play the mystery game because I try to take notes for what I want to run Chuturu Adventure. Oh, I do have a game about Chuturu. Gibbous. It's a point-and-click adventure game. It's on both like PC and on Switch. I have it on my Switch. I haven't played it yet though, but it is Gibbous a Chuturu Adventure. I think that's what the name is. It's dark. I have a little bit of a Chuturu thing. Sherlock Holmes: The Awakening Remastered 2008 edition. I'm not talking about the newest one, okay? I'm talking about the one from the old series. I played that one. Which I don't know why you have to remaster a game that's already like out. Right? You already have like The Awakening original, and then the Awakening Remastered 2008, and then you remaster the game again? Like, why do you need so many The Awakening games? Like, let it go. Akuturu? Kuturu? Is that what it's called? Kuturu? I always say like chuturu. Kuturu. Kuturu. Kutoru. Sorry, I'm pronouncing it like I'm pronouncing Korean. My bad. Sorry. Like, I see words like that. I kind of pronounce it in like a Korean way because I learned Korean. So this is the closest you can get for me. My bad. Kuturu. Close enough. Okay, books on Snake. But yeah, it's like Sherlock Holmes: The Awakening. 2008. Like, that was my first game, I would say, with like Cthulhu vibes and stuff. And man, that is dark. You guys have no idea how shocked I was when I played that game, because the only other game that I played before that from Sherlock Holmes was Sherlock Holmes: The Silver Earrings, because it was the only one I could play. The others were like first person and whatnot. Like, so back then, The Silver Earrings was the only one I could play, because that was like the one with in like pure 3D, no motion sickness, whatever. And that game, while it has murder, it's not that like graphic or gory or anything. And then you play the Awakening. Oh my god, that freaked me out. Sherlock Holmes: The Awakening. I don't know about the original, but the remastered 2008 edition. Man, was it graphic! Like, the amount of blood and gore in that game. They really showed it. They really showed it. Can I not look up in the Book of Snakes about the scale? Really, buddy? No? What the heck? I.e. Grace. But yeah, it's terrifying. Any game that has like Cthulhu like stuff in it,
You do some research for me.
it's always bad.
I need you to look up a Madame Casino.
Madame Casino? Is she related to the murders the same way your friend Molly Aghetti was?
Grace, Casino's at least 70.
As if that makes a difference to you. Okay, I'll see what I can find. Anything else?
Not at the moment.
I can't think of anything.
Hard to make horror work in a video game that doesn't include just stuffing it full of jump scares. Yeah, it's true. Like, horror games nowadays, it's not like, or at least in recent years, I guess, a lot of horror games are just like jump scare heavy. And it's not really scary. Like the only way they could make the game scary was ton of jump scares, ton of like hauntings. But I remember back in the day, there were a lot of like scary games where it's scary to me, but there's no jump scare. It's the entire like the vibe, like the story, that it's scary to me. For example, Sherlock Holmes: The Awakening, it's not a horror game. Or at the very least, it's not like classified as like under horror, so to speak. It has horror vibes because it does deal with like the occult and stuff, but it's not scary. It's like it's a point and click mystery game. But because of what you're dealing with in the game, right? Like the murder, the way they show the body and everything, it's scary. Like, I remember part of that game where you have to go to this like, was it a bog area? I forgot. It was a forest, like swamp area, and it was dark. For the life of me, I was like so scared. I was like, something's gonna fucking show up, right? Something's gonna show up. Some crazy cult people are just gonna come after me and try and kill me, but nothing. There's no jump scare, no nothing. I'm just creeping myself out because of what the game is dealing with, like the mystery. But it's not like a lot of other horror games where it's like jump scare, jump scare, jump scare, you know? Like, that's what a good horror game is, I feel like, to me. It's not just jump scare everywhere, it's like the story. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines has still some of the best horror sections, and you're playing an undead killing machine. That's saying something. Yeah! Imagine you're like the monster, but there is still some horrible stuff. I think the only like modern horror game series that I think it's not like completely jump scare filled, it's like the lore also is like makes it a bit scarier and dark. It's Poppy Playtime. Like, I know there's a lot of chasing scenes and whatnot, but it's the story behind the game, like that company, that make it scary. You know? And I'm talking because I don't know what to do. I don't want to get most of these badges yet. I learned about the snake is what I want to know. Can I not call someone for the snake thing? So it's like, yeah, that's scary. You know, like it's the story that scares me more than anything. It's like that in that world, that company still exists, or rather it's shut down, but the people, like they're still there. They're not, like, the bad people are still around, like nothing happens to it, you know? That's scary to me. Mine goes to Darkwood. No cheap jump scare there. Yeah, I gotta end soon, I think. My throat's not well right now. I keep coughing. Which is weird. Some days are like I'm doing okay, like no problems, and then some days are just really bad. Today's not a good day for my throat, I think. No cheap jump scare there. You know when something's heading your way, or at least you think you know. Yeah, that's the scary part. I feel like a lot of 2D animated games will have a good job, like, because a lot of games that I play, like, especially if they're like 2D animated, like it's point and click, right? But it has scary elements in it. Now that's scary because it's 2D, so it's not like a lot of 3D games where they will like jump scare you. You know, like they could like jump in your face scary, but they make it so that it's scary. Although I say that, but I'm a coward, so it doesn't take much for it to scare me. Like, I mean, Shadow at the Water's Edge, you know, still scares me. Nancy Drew? I remember that was actually one of the first few games I played from my channel on stream. Again, can't find the VODs anywhere anymore. I know where the scares are. I know when it's coming, but I still get scared by the scares anyway. That's me. You know, so it doesn't take much to scare me, by the way. You know, so I don't really play horror games. I do have a game though that's like kind of like horror, but kind of scary, but like not it's not 3D. It's called like Slender Threads or something. I think it's called Slender Threads. Let me look it up. It should be called Slender Threads. It's kind of like scary-ish. Point and click though, but I have not like played it yet. I just bought it. Yeah, Slender Threads. It's like this kind of dark point and click. No, which of course there's like deaths and murders and whatnot, I think, in there. There's also another like sort of RPG game that's kind of on the scarier side. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard it before. Cabernet. Cabernet. You play as a vampire. You play as a vampire and you gotta like see if you want to be a good or a bad vampire. You know, and you have romance and stuff, I think, in that one too. Alright, gotta go start heading off to bed. It's 2 a.m. Yes, go to sleep. It's like 12 a.m. here actually, so it's not that it's early. So good night. Have a good rest of the stream. Yeah, I'm not going to be streaming for much longer because my throat hurts, and I am planning on streaming again tomorrow, and of course on Sunday as well. So I might have to rest my throat for tomorrow. I could probably stream a bit longer tomorrow, I think. Maybe I'll try and start earlier. You know? Not a fan of horror games, makes you feel helpless without a way to manifest courage. The horror loses some of its meaning. Yeah. Yeah, I like a good horror game that's like not like just you're powerless. I know a lot of horror games, the thing is like they and that person just walked off. I talked too much for that person to stay around. Okay. The problem with like a lot of horror games, like you think that it's the end, like you think that you know, you are saved, but then there's like, nope, you think that person died, that monster is vanished, you know what, guess not, it's coming back. A lot of games and like horror movies does that. Like when they want to make it a series, it's like, fuck, can you not die already? Can you not have any idea to make like a game like scary by like what, making up a new like enemy or something? You just have to bring back like that one demon, that one monster or whatever. I don't know why they keep doing that. It's like so bad.
Odd-looking marks adorn the Laveau tomb wall.
Oh yeah, I need to look for that tomb. I don't know which tomb is where. Fudge. Can I look at this?
The wall doesn't work that way.
I want to look at it, damn it.
Gabriel can't take the marks with him that way.
Fine. Sketchbook. Jeez.
Gabriel can't take...
Sketchbook, okay. Hope your throat gets better. See you tomorrow. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Go see Ozzy. Have good sleep. I'll start a bit earlier for unit tomorrow. I was doing some editing and stuff, so I started a bit late today. Cabinet's on your radar, just waiting for Wall to say it. I already bought it. I already bought it. My sister actually wants me to play really badly. I got the markings. Okay, nice.
The marks are reddish in color and remind Gabriel of crosses. They look like they've been here a few days at least.
I forgot how important this is to puzzle. I forgot what puzzle this is for.
The wall doesn't work.
Fine, okay, stop it.
The wall doesn't work that way.
Yeah, okay, don't talk to the wall. Don't act like crazy. Indie scene, thanks you for your sponsorship. Yeah, I bought a lot of indie games. I have a few on my list too. My wish list is pretty large. Actually. I'm not like... I have quite a few games on that list that I'm looking forward to like playing. Some of them are not like games that I usually play. I can show you, but before that I think I should save my game first. Don't forget to save my damn game. I don't want to start over tomorrow like ugh, Gabriel Knight. Okay. I think I could stop here. I don't think my throat, is gonna let me go on for much longer. And also because I'm streaming again tomorrow. I'm planning on streaming a bit earlier tomorrow because I started late today. I think I started about like 9:30, around 9 something, so it's a bit later. I want to start streaming a bit earlier tomorrow, like after dinner, maybe about 8:30, so I can stream for a bit longer. I started a bit late, so, but I can talk for a bit. It's just no more gaming. I think I gotta have a break from Gabriel. Yeah, I already saved. Did I save game? Yes, I saved. Okay. So I can show you guys my my screen, I think. You guys could have the music playing. I'll show you my main screen, I think. I'll show you my stream Steam wish list. How about that? There's some games that I'm like looking forward to. Provided the damn Steam game is actually gonna load. Okay. I don't have adult games. What do you mean? I need to add a window capture thing first. I don't have it. Display capture? Can I have a window capture? Window capture. Window capture. Okay. Let's move that down. Hold on. Why is it so big? Give me a sec. Okay, you know what? Let me end for my YouTube recording first. Okay? Because I keep talking, my YouTube recording is still going. Alright, for those of you watching on YouTube, thank y'all so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I didn't make much progress in this video, I'm sorry. But I will try and make more progress in the next video. Okay? See you guys in the next one. Until then, take care.